Hey, good people. So today we have another hot one. So I'm inside in the air conditioner. Oh, it's too hot for me to go outside, though I prefer to be outside. So I thought that today I would kind of give a career update. Why not? So I was thinking about how there's only 3 months that are left in the year, and how at the beginning of the year, how you do your resolutions or all the things that you want to do, and then before you know it, you blink and it's the end of the year, and the majority of the shit that you said that you wanted to do, you don't end up doing. Well, 2019 for me was all about a transition. It was transition year. I already knew that that is what it was going to be. So I spent a lot of my time this year really like packing, getting myself situated and organized, and preparing myself, for that transition, preparing Jackson also for that transition. So now that that has happened, let's see where everything is with me for career purposes. So for those that don't know, I have always wanted to live in California, probably since I was like 19. Easy. And, life just happened, and then before you know it, you get detoured, and it's not what it is that you thought it was going to be, because the more you try and plan, the more things don't work out according to plan. So I really have learned to like totally just go with it. I'm, getting better at that. Just releasing and just going with it, and accepting, like truly accepting the things that I cannot change, not losing any sleep over it, not stressing over it. And I understand, like at this point in my life, that stress is not stress, it's a sign of redirection. So if there is a situation that's like stressing you, a person that's stressing you, then that is your sign of redirection. And maybe whatever it is that's stressing you is no longer working for you, and that is the way of the universe saying, hi, you need to make a move, you need to shift, you need to redirect. But so far since we got here, right, it was a very stressful time. It was a stressful time trying to get here, because like I said before, like I don't function well in chaos, and I was living in chaos for months, and everything was like chaotic, whatever. So anyway, that's all water under the bridge, because us here now. So how's it going? How's it going for me? Let's talk about me. We're gonna talk about me. How's it going for me? So when we got here, it was just empty central. And I was like, first more concerned about making sure we got everything. Once that had passed, then it was like, okay, chop chop, let's get moving on the reason why you are here. Like, why are y'all here? You is here to work. You is here to put in this work. You is here to pursue this dream, this passion, something that's been on your heart, and you are working towards doing it full time. Okay? Full time. So I had originally started acting back in 2003. That's when I first really got myself into it, and I started doing background work and things like that. And then come like 2006 is when I had originally, got married. 2007 did 2007, 2008. Then that's when, I'm pregnant. Yeah. Then in 2009, now I'm a mom. So it's like, as I had jumped in feet first, with the New York Film Academy, and I was doing like workshops and, trying to just get my feel, because I don't know if you may know, but this is not something that I have done, since I was a little tyke. It's not that I didn't want to. It was just that just wasn't an opportunity for me. So there were skills that I didn't have, and I needed to learn, and it was something that I was going to have to do for myself, So I was just starting to get myself all going and whatever, and then that's when, boom, life happened, segue, buy house, whole life. Well, once Jack was 2, Once he was 2 is when I pretty much just made like the announcement across my entire family and was like, y'all gonna have to help me with this baby because I need to go back to acting, because that is where, you know, like you just feel like something is just calling you, and that's just like your happy space and stuff like that. So all of that, you know, was leading up to me getting here because I ultimately was circling back to what it was that I had wanted to do from the point that I knew when I was little that that's what I had wanted to do, but I knew when I was like 19 that I wanted to move, you know, and do it. So as everything is like happening, those are things that I constantly like reflect on my journey so far. So Jack is 10, he's gonna be 11. So I've been in it consistently the past 8 years, and that feels so good to me. That just, it's like there's no way for me just to, it just give me all the feels. It just feels so good to me. So it helped to build like courage, and that's not to say that I still don't get afraid to, like, I am not a shy person. I'm not a shy person like at all. Okay, I'm not, but I get so excited that it turns into a little bit of anxiety when it is that I'm going to perform. Like, I'm so happy, so excited, so overjoyed, and I know that it's a gift that I have and that I am sharing and I'm giving to people. But sometimes, you know, like I said the other day, you get so stuck in your head and you constantly have to work to get out of your head. And so if I am allowed to do this full time, like I can totally work on those skills. Like those are things that I want to work on for myself, which is like to get out of my head and, you know, don't you know, block myself being able to get to my emotional space in whatever it is in a scene. Just allow for it to naturally happen. That ties into vulnerability, all the things that I say that, you know, I'm working on and is part of my growth. So since I've been here, what have I done? I got new headshots. Yes, I did. So I found me a photographer. I went on backstage.com and I had found me a photographer, and I had got me some new headshots. So from there, I was able to update like all of my websites. I started entering my short film, More Than One. For those who don't know, I wrote, directed, and produced a short film, More Than One. We had filmed it in Hampton, Connecticut in October 2018. We had finished editing it and everything probably February, March-ish, and I had entered it into the Amazon All Voices Film Festival, and at that point it had been the only one that it was entered into, because I knew that I was doing this transition, and as I'm trying to do a transition, guys, I was just doing too much. I was doing too much and I needed to pump the damn brakes. So I didn't enter it into anything. I was like, let me get my ass settled. Let me get my ass settled and situated to be where I'm supposed to be. Then I'll work on that. So since I've been here, I have entered the festival. I have entered into 9 film festivals so far. 2 we have been rejected for. 1 we have been accepted for. So that's going to be here in Los Angeles on September 22nd at the Complex Theater in Hollywood, California. So it's an afternoon premiere of the, the California International Shorts Festival. And Jackson and I are gonna go because he's my +1, and that's cool. That's cool. So this is like, in addition to it already being on Amazon Prime, which is still there, and it will be up there, I believe, until November, if you had wanted to check it out. That, and now, you know, we're starting to get some exposure. So that's exciting, right? I got things in motion with the film. So I got the headshots going. I got the film in circulation, working on that. I got websites updated and stuff. And then I'm like, okay, well, I'm here. Now that I'm here, I need to be making me some friends, okay? Because I need some like-minded, positive, progressive friends to keep this boat moving. And so the best way to make yourself some friends in this industry is either go to like some networking events, and if you know, Google those things, go to some networking events in the area. If that don't work, join an acting class. So the networking, for the most part, a lot of it is happening on Thursdays, like it's really kicking off the weekends and happening on Thursdays. And right now, that's not something that I am able to do because I don't have anyone to take care of my bud while I go. But what does work for me is being able to take some weekend acting classes, because I can bring him with me, and you know, they have areas that he can like hang out while I do these classes for like 2 hours. And I was like, okay, that's gonna be my workaround for right now to start making friends and in the industry, and you know, seeing what people are doing, and you know, just collaborating, working together, and you know, finding those people who are like in your niche, and you know, learning something from different people, and also understanding the culture that's over here, because the West Coast culture is so different from the East Coast culture. And I don't know at this point how that transitions over into performing styles. So the best thing for me to do, that's like, you know, I'm big on lessons learned, educate yourself, you know, do something to help you progress. And I was like, I need to understand the culture. And the only way to understand the culture is to expose yourself to the people that live in the area so that they can help you understand that. So what better way to do that than to enroll yourself into some acting classes? So that actually is going to be kicking off in October. I'm going to be doing an acting class in Santa Ana on Saturdays for 2 hours, and a different one in Ontario on Sundays for 2 hours. And we're going to take it from there. So the space that we are in right now is getting acclimated. I am getting acclimated, and everything is moving. You know, everything is moving. It's moving in its own time, in its own space. But when I tell you guys, I feel like really good, and the only thing that keeps playing on my mind and on my heart is, Mika, just keep going. Like, keep going. You're going in the right directions. You're taking the right path. And I'm not trying to predict it or plan it out. I just know one of the things that Oprah said, which I always love, she said, just ask yourself, what's the right next move? And that's all I do. So I'm like, you know ideally what it is that I would like for it to be, or what I can see in my own mind for it to be. But my job at this moment is just to take the next right steps to get me a little closer. So that is my career update. So then in addition to that, I'm introducing this whole blog, and I was like, why not let people follow me on my journey and let them know that, you know, I'm a whole other person outside of my career. So I've integrated like my Wright Positive, you know, positive motivational stuff into my blogging, into my acting. And so I'm just inviting you more into my space, and that is just part of me being vulnerable. If you saw my video the other day, I told you that that's one of the things that, you know I have to work on, and that I'm conscious of it. So in doing that, I said, you know, why not open up to what it is that I'm going through and what's happening right now. So that is my update for today. I will definitely keep you guys posted. If you guys got some career advice for me, I'm open. You can leave me a comment, hit subscribe, hit like, give me a chat. You know, let's make this conversational, because I can talk. Like, okay, I can run my mouth, but you know, I like people to interact with me. So definitely, you know, leave me a comment, send me some messages, and yeah, keep the positive energy going. If you got anything negative, this ain't the site for you, because I'm not interested. Okay? On the flip side, guys, do you like my hair? I made this wig. This is a wig that I made over the weekend, over the course of 2 days. It's my first wig that I made. Baby girl has not been made yet, but did it. I did it. And she is so pretty. Okay, I'll see y'all tomorrow.